Hey, what's up? So let's talk about something that is, in my opinion, one of the greatest art forms of the 21st century. This art form, known as anime, has been around since the early days of digital animation. In fact, one of the founding fathers of anime got his inspiration from Walt Disney himself. Anime as we know it today began in the 70s. Before this, they followed in the footsteps of Western animators before they adopted their own style. And I personally have fallen in love with this art style. Now, anime just has the essence and feel that typical Western animation just doesn't seem to have, mostly. In fact, just recently, a lot of Western animators have adopted the anime style. Shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender and its sequel, The Legend of Korra, as well as Roosterteeth's animated series, RWBY. Some popular titles in anime include Pokemon, a show for kids, and shows like Bleach that were created for more of a mature audience. Now, some of my favorite animes include shows like Bleach, Cowboy Bebop, Fullmetal Alchemist, Fairy Tail, Soul Eater, and the aforementioned Avatar: Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. I do have a very deep love for the show RWBY. Now, as a young boy, I discovered anime through shows like Vampire Hunter D, a few others I can't quite remember. Now, there are different genres of anime, like there are different genres in TV shows and movies. There's been a lot of anime that's been dubbed for Western enjoyment, but there are many titles only spoken in the Japanese language. The non-dubbed anime has usually been subbed, allowing you to read what is being said, and I, as well as many other people, found that the original Japanese, in some respects, is a whole lot better than the dubbed version. The original Japanese version just has so much more meaning and depth than you would get in the dubbed version. I found that to be true as I watched one of my favorite anime shows in the original Japanese, and of course it was subbed, but there was a trailer for a dubbed version, and as I watched this trailer, I've got to say I was very disappointed. So there are shows that I would recommend watching in the original Japanese version, and of course they will be subbed, so you don't have to go learning Japanese if you don't want to. I know how hard it is trying to learn a new language. Now, there are a lot of good anime out there, depending on your definition of good. Now, if you're older and of a mature nature, one show that I would really recommend is Cowboy Bebop. Anybody who hasn't seen Cowboy Bebop is missing out. And yes, it is dubbed, and it is one of the greatest shows I have seen. In fact, they've actually made a Blu-ray box set of the series. Cowboy Bebop is a definite must-see. There is a YouTube video of the top must-see anime movies, and I will put a link to that in the description below. Now, a note of warning, this list of anime is for more mature audiences. Two of the greatest shows, hands down, in my opinion, are Avatar: The Last Airbender and the sequel, Legend of Korra. Now, these weren't made in Japan. These are two of the aforementioned American-made shows. These anime are beautifully done. Great action sequences, quite a bit of comedy, beautiful scenery, and some of the greatest storytelling I have ever seen in a TV series. Watch every episode back to back to get the full depth of the story. I highly recommend it. It is a great story, hands down. And some of the less known, but among my favorites among the animes, are shows like K-On!, Please Teacher. If you want a great comedy, My Wife is a Mermaid. Another anime definitely worth checking out is Toradora. The series is a romantic comedy, and it is very well done. You should definitely check it out, even if you aren't into romantic comedies. But there are so many others. Another great anime that I would highly recommend to anybody, Fairy Tail. The character in the poster behind me is one of the beloved characters of Fairy Tail, Mary Jane Strauss. She is known as the poster girl of the Fairy Tale Guild, but she's not the only character worth mentioning. Now I don't want to give any spoilers, you just have to watch the show. There's a lot of comedy, a lot of action, a lot of adventure, you love it. It's everything you would want in the show. Now anime has gotten a bad web, especially in the Western countries, and it is not nearly as popular in America as it is in Japan. The word otaku, used to refer to die-hard anime manga fans, has been given a bad web. Kinda like calling a person a nerd or a geek. Now I embrace being a nerd and a geek, and more or less an otaku. I could care less if it gives me a bad web. I am who I am, and if nobody likes it, then tough. I mean, if they don't like me, they're not a true friend. You know what I mean? But regardless, there are thousands upon thousands of otaku, even in America, and many fans of the anime and mangas. Now, a manga is basically the graphic novel version of its anime counterpart. I have read some awesome manga, one of these being Battle Angel Alita, and sadly the anime didn't come anywhere close to being as good as the manga. Now, the Battle Angel Alita manga series is a rather dark one, but I would only recommend it if you have a great tolerance for very mature content. That's all I'm going to say. It can be very bloody and gory, and tackles very weird, mature issues. Another great manga trilogy I remember reading was the Scratch Princess series. Now I would recommend this series to anyone. Now while I'm on the topic of manga, I can't forget the Maximum Wide series. This is an awesome series. I would recommend it to anybody. For an example of the format of most of these graphic novels, it looks something like this. Now in this series, the front page is usually colored, but you find many great series among the anime and the manga. Now there are massive conventions that are devoted to fans of these genres. In fact, one of the biggest conventions of the year is Comic-Con, and you can go and dress up as any character you would like, or you can simply go as you are and enjoy many of the panels you would find at these conventions. And those that dress up at these conventions are known as cosplayers, and most of these cosplayers are die-hard anime fans, though there are many professional artists that you will find at these conventions merely for the publicity. Now I personally have not been to any of these conventions. I really want to, but it's just out of my price range and nowhere close to where I live. But you can look on YouTube and watch Comic-Con panels, have your favorite actors and voice actors. Some of the past panels at Comic-Con include the cast of Firefly, Game of Thrones, and many others. So at conventions like Comic-Con, you'll find icons from traditional media as well as the anime. And there are many die-hard anime fans out there. And it's not just for kids. You will find many adults who are die-hard fans and cosplayers themselves. And I can't stress enough that it's not merely for the kids. Remember, I mentioned that there was a lot of mature anime titles out there. In fact, in Japan, a lot of people are into anime and manga. There is a lot of culture that's been created through anime. And here are examples of great fan art. So thank you for watching. I hope this video has given you appreciation for this art form and given you some inspiration and opened up to you to the world of anime and manga and to the massive and lively community created by this art form. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I will answer any and all of your questions, and if you'd like to leave a video response, I invite you to do so. So until next time, I'll see you all later. I got some new equipment for my videos. I recorded an unpackaging video, but fire got corrupted. So, sorry about that.